Hello my precious jewels, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's Julie, and if you like makeup tutorials, makeup hauls, makeup reviews, first impressions, and all things beauty, then you come to the right channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of new makeup. I'm going to be testing some products that are new on screen that I've never used before, and then some products that are new that I've used before but I want to give them another try. I'll be testing out this Danessa Myricks I Need a Warm palette. I'll also be testing out this NYX Buttermilk blush, the NYX Marshmallow primer. I already had the set and spray, but the primer is new. We're going to be using some of these Anastasia Lip Velvet rouges. I have Parchment and Peach Amber. So I'm hoping that we can create a nice fall look. The foundation I'm going to be using is the One Size Turn Up the Base Full Beat Liquid Foundation. I have it in shade 35 in G. I know I have two shades already, but the reason why I went and picked up this third shade was because when I went to Sephora, they were putting out these products, so they didn't have the full line out. So I was looking on his page and I was looking on the call outs and everything, and I was seeing that there is another shade that may be more suitable for me. So I'm going to be trying shade 35 in G, which I think may just be my perfect shade. Hopefully, guys, this is something that you are interested in seeing. If you love trying new makeup video, or if you love a full face of new makeup, then you're gonna love this video. I'm just gonna get started with my brows. This is what the shade looks like, so let's hope that that is my shade. So I have my skincare on, which is all of my, I don't know if you can see it back there, my Lancome products right here. Yeah, I have those on, and I ate, so I hope my face is not swollen. I was starving. I wanted some pizza, so I ordered pizza at the last minute. This is a new brush. This is by Jessup. I bought like a whole set of brushes, so you're gonna see me use a lot of these brushes. This is supposed to be like a dupe for some of the Makeup by Mario brushes, so we're gonna test it out and see. So the reason why I pulled out this brush is because I'm gonna test out this Anastasia Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax. I love the Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel, but I have this right here and I just want to try it out. I think I used it one time. I know the sale is coming up, so you're going to see me use a lot of different products that are sold at Sephora, just so we can kind of familiarize ourselves with products that we may have wanted in the past and didn't get them, forgot about them, didn't write them down on our must-have list. I do see where it's holding my brow hair up, which is wonderful. Now, what I don't like about this is it's not really hygienically correct, because you have to keep dipping this spoolie in it, which I'm probably putting too much, but my brows are very sparse and unruly, and we're gonna see if this helps today. It doesn't have a smell. I'm gonna let that dry for a second. Oh, I'm so mad. I guess I'll use this little bit at the end to go over it, because it still has some product, yeah, in the brush. So we're gonna put that there. We're gonna put one of my favorite lip balms on. I love the formula. I love all of the flavors. This is the Summer Fridays Vanilla Lip Butter Balm. This is one of my favorites, along with the Too Faced. I think that will help what I have going on. I might as well start with my brows so we can see if this brow freeze is doing something. I don't like to go right into it until I feel like it may have dried down a little bit, because sometimes it has like a tacky feeling, but I don't feel like it has really dried down. So yeah, it's filling in. It definitely has a kind of greasy look about it, like you gelled your baby hairs down, but the gel is like a very soft gel. I don't see where it's gonna harden. You don't really feel it, but it does come off, which means to me that it doesn't really dry down. I don't know if it's gonna hold these brows in place. I guess we'll see, but it is making it show up a little bit more pronounced. Maybe I used too much. Okay, so the brows look very, very greasy. I'm gonna put a base on. I'm gonna carve these brows out and I'll be right back. So before we start anything else, I'm gonna just test out the new foundation in this shade 35 NG. I'm going to put a little bit on my chest, and we're going to see how it dries down while we are doing the rest of our makeup. So that kind of blends right in, but it's a little red. It's very red. I guess I should do a reminder just so I can show you guys what the other two shades look like. So we're gonna do that real fast. This is the Deep Dark 25N, which is neutral. This is the gorgeous bottle. I think the bottle is so pretty. I'm really doing a lot to light this foundation. So this is the 25. So you can see the other shade right here, the 35. The base that I have on my lids is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in shade Deep Chestnut. And then we're gonna do shade 45G. So the 35 is neutral golden. I see it, and it definitely has a very red undertone. So right here, I'm gonna put this one in. Hopefully not to get it all over my shirt. I think I went too far with it. We're gonna give it a second for it to dry down. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this, the Danessa Myricks I Need a Warm palette box. I did a review on this the other day, and it was very subtle. So we're gonna see if we can just amp it up just a little bit. I'm gonna use this brush right here. This is a new brush from Jessup. It's the E02, which is I02. So let's see. I'm gonna start with this shade Ripe and put that all over my lid to set the lid. That shade is very pigmented. Let's see. It's showing up very nicely. This is not the same shade that I used the other day. I think the one that I used the other day was Fever, which is the one under it. I like this shade. Very pretty peachy toned for the fall. I'm loving it. This is my first time using this brush. I just cleaned them the other day. I bought them probably like 2 months ago, and I just didn't want to use them until I washed them. I learned my lesson from the last time. I'm gonna take this brush, which is a MAC 224, and just blend this out. I love the shade. I feel like it's not staying on. I'm gonna go into this shade Vim and put it in the crease. I do like this palette, but I feel like since trying it that they could have went a little bit deeper with a brown, because the browns that she has in here, the formulas are different, right? So they're very soft shadows. Like, they don't even stay down like that. Like, you don't really get a lot of pigment from them. It's a very, very, very soft. And you would think that it's more pigmented than it is, but it's just very, very soft and not super pigmented. I do like it, but I feel like I needed to see more brown coming on. I'm gonna try this shade Flash Over, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Let's just see if it shows up. Okay, so yeah, this one might be a little bit more pigmented. This right here is what I'm using. This one is like a cream shadow. I mean, I think it's good. It could be more pigmented. It could be a little bit deeper, but I do like it because you can get a soft look. You know, like, it's not a super pigmented look, but you can get a nice everyday eye look. So I'm gonna go into this brush right here. This is the E40 from Sigma, and I just want to blend that out. All right, I'm gonna go back in with this same color Ripe again. I'm gonna go into this color right here, which is Pep, and see if I can get a little more pigmentation here. So that one is more of a cooler brown. I like that. I want to try this shade right here, Phenomenon. And this is a really pretty shade for the fall. This one is a duochrome, so you get to see a lot of different colors in it. It's very pretty. I'm going to take a brush, this brush right here from Morphe, the M166, and try putting it on the lid with this brush. This is like a peachy tone, and it has green shimmer in it. Phenomena is what it's called. Definitely a nice pop of color for this kind of palette. And I'm going to try this shade right here. Push. Yeah, I think that this is very pretty. Now I think that what I'm going to do is on the other eye, I'm going to do something different because I just want to show the versatility of this palette. Like, can we get a lot of looks out of it? Is it worth it? I just think that it's a very nice everyday palette. You could do some glam with it, but the shimmers are not as pigmented as some palettes. So it depends on what you're looking for. So when you look at all of these foundations on my chest, I don't know, I think this one is gonna be good once it's on my face. Can you see it good though? Right? Now I put the neutral here, the 25, the 35, and the 45. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so let's try something different with this other eye. I'm using my trusty Sigma switch. I love this. I'm gonna take this shade right here, Vim, and put it all over the lid. As I'm using this palette, I know that this palette is not for everybody. Some people, when I do my eyeshadow, people are like, oh my god, that's too much. And then you have some people that love all of the bright colors, which is, I love bright colors. But I just want to show you like a variety of what we can do with this palette. Sometimes we have to think outside the box, which you guys know I love doing. So this is the shade Vim. I think this is a very gorgeous everyday shade. Definitely a beautiful everyday shade. I think that's pretty. I'm gonna take this little brush right here and I'm gonna go into this shade and this shade, flash over. I think that's very pretty. I'm gonna try to do a halo eye. I don't usually do it, but we're gonna do as much of a halo as we can. I'm gonna use this brush right here. This is the Jessup E04. I'm gonna take this shade right here called Feather. I'm gonna go into this shade Mellow. I'm gonna take this shade Snug. Let's go into this shade. This one is called Push. That's the two. This is the two that I use, Push and Snug. I don't even know if that looks like a halo. This is the color Pep. Okay, I think that the camera stopped again to make it look as close to a halo eye as possible, but because of my eye shape, it's hard for me to get a halo, so that's why I don't normally do it. But I think that we have something just very subtle. This is a very subtle and understated palette. Very good nudes for everyday, or you could even get glam. Like, you could wear this once we have our full face done. Sometimes it's not all about the eyes, it's about the skin, it's about the rest of everything that you have on your face. I like the palette. I think it's a very understated palette. I know that we love a good pigmented palette, right? This one is not that. This one is more for the people that love something that is very understated. Very understated, very demure, very mindful, very, you know, I just want something simple on my eyes, which sometimes that is good. Now, one thing I could say about Natasha Denona's eyeshadow palettes, it always takes a lot of building to get them to show up, but sometimes they give you the most beautiful eye looks. Like, this was one of my favorite eyeliners, but every one that I get, I don't know if you can see the hairs. Okay, yeah, the hairs coming out of it. It does that with every NYX pen. They need to do a better tip. But I do like the fact that it comes out nicely. Like it shows up very nice. It doesn't really skip like that. So I like that about it. Those extra hairs, I usually just clip them off. Are we looking at these colors? Let me get close on them. We're going to try the 35 today. But I still think that this right here is the better shade. We're going to try the 35 and we're going to see what it does. Okay, so we're going to try this NYX Professional Makeup Marshmallow Smoothing Primer. Is a multitasking super primer with 10 makeup extending benefits. This primer smooths, softens, extends makeup, wears all day, hydrates, soothes, evens tone, minimizes texture, blurs lines, and adds a soft focused finish and keeps makeup fresh. Yeah, that's all I'm going to read. So let's try it. I mean, I did like the setting spray, so let's see what this primer does. It's supposed to smell like marshmallow, but I don't smell it yet, so let's see. It's got a nice kind of whipped texture. It doesn't really smell like marshmallow. It's a very light, very faint scent. I'm putting it first in my areas that have the most texture, which is my cheeks and my nose. And while we letting this dry, that's when I'll put my lashes on. I'm gonna give it like 5 minutes to set down. Don't put it everywhere because I know my skin. It definitely feels moisturizing. I have the other new primer too, the school glue or whatever it's called, the glue sticky primer. So I'll be trying that soon as well. I feel like it's getting tacky, so we're gonna let it sit for like 5 minutes. It's giving a nice glow to the skin. It may be blurring some. I think it is blurring some. I'm gonna put my lashes on and I'll be right back. Okay. So the skin does feel tacky, so we're gonna see how it shows up. I have like a mosquito bite on my face somewhere because I was out cutting the grass today and mosquito tore me up. So anyway, we're gonna try this one size full bead in 35 NG neutral golden. I didn't want to go and buy another bottle because it didn't make any sense until I know what my shade is. Now this shade looks kind of red. It looks very red. This is a new brush. This is the F01. So we're gonna see how this works out. I think it looks super red, but let's see what it's gonna tone down to. Yeah, this is not a good foundation brush. It's probably good for blending out, maybe putting some bronzer or something on, but not for foundation. It's not stiff enough for me. I still never use a sponge. It kind of does look like it's my color. I need to know what you guys think. You guys have to let me know down in the comment section. Is this my correct shade? Now that primer has the skin looking really glowy. It looks very pretty. That's what the back of my hand is looking like. That's where I had the foundation at. It actually looks pretty good to me, but I think it looks very red. Is it blended in or is it too red? I don't see neutral golden. I definitely see red though. I think it's a little too red. I like the finish on it. I think the skin looks nice and smooth. I feel like it looks very red. It looks redder than the other one. What do you guys think? Yeah, I definitely think that his foundations are leaning more of the red side. I don't see much golden anything about them. I'm gonna use his concealers because they're right here. I have the medium dark 1, which is this one, and I have the deep dark 4, which is this one. This is the Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. It's a very thick consistency, like creamy but thick. I'm gonna try this to blend out the concealer. I don't own a Makeup by Mario brush. I'm not used to using like a dual-sided brush. I like the ones that I'm used to, but I wanted to try this out. And or actually what 2 sets it is, because it looks so good. I was like, oh my god, I might fall in love with these. I'm gonna get my trusty brush. This is my favorite brush, the E8 brush. I'm hoping to find something very similar to this. This definitely neutralizes the foundation. This foundation dries down pretty fast too because it's already starting to dry. Like I feel the stickiness coming. Like you can feel it. Not that you could feel it drying down on your skin, but when I'm trying to blend it out, you can feel it drying. I feel like the skin looks good. I feel like the under eyes need a little bit more. I'm gonna put the lighter color. The cheek area looks nice and smooth. What do you guys think about this shade of foundation? Is it the right shade? I guess we're gonna see. I'm gonna put a little bit of this cream bronzer on. I don't have a new cream bronzer, so I'm gonna use this one from LYS. This is the LYS No Limits bronzer in shade Strength. That's what the shade looks like. I'm gonna use these Rare Beauty True to Myself tinted pressed powders. I have two shades, Almond and Chestnut. We're gonna set our under eyes with the almond powder. That's what it looks like. Now under my eyes look a little dry. I mean, I guess that concealer dries down, like really dries down. I like this powder to set my under eyes. It looks very pretty and it gives a nice brightness. This comes in, I want to say 16, either 16 or 14 shades. I'll put the amount of shades on the screen, but I like it. And it took me a few shades before I found the shades that I really like. Like I had, I think something lighter, but originally I ordered it offline. And then when it came in person, I was like, that's not gonna work. That's why we have Almond and Chestnut. The Chestnut I'm gonna put on later. First I'm gonna blend this out. This is the V106 from Morphe. The V stands for vegan. Yeah, so we're just gonna blend out that bronzer. It blends in beautifully on the skin. I like to let the cream just sit just a little bit because I feel like it warms up with the body temperature and then it just blends in more effortlessly. Like it doesn't dry down, which is wonderful. I do like the way the skin is looking. To me, the eyes are just so like, they just there. Like they're not really doing anything for me. And I love a good pop on the eye. Like when I do my makeup, like I like my makeup to really stand out. But sometimes you go places and you don't need a standout shadow. You just need something that is there, it looks nice, and it blends in with what you have going on. Let's get some powders to set our under eyes with. I'm going to try these Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder Ultra Blur formula. So this is not the original formula. This is the talc-free formula. And I have the Translucent Medium Deep. And I have the Translucent Honey. Now, one of you guys had mentioned to me while we were chatting in the comment section about, do I like the regular Laura Mercier loose powder? And I said, yes, I love it. It's one of my favorites. But I stopped using it a lot on my channel because I get upset when the first of the year comes and they do the jumbo size and they don't never do a jumbo size in a deeper color. I said I wasn't going to use it on my channel, like really use it, because I'm sort of boycotting, but not really, because I have probably 3 backups of the shades that I like. And I really do need to use it, but I don't usually use it on my channels. I might wear it, you know, in my everyday life. I just get upset because I feel like, why don't they ever in the deeper shades in the jumbo size? It's not fair. I've said it in quite a few of my videos, and especially my older videos when I was first getting into YouTube. And I just was like, this is really not fair, because why can't we get a sale? I said I wasn't gonna buy it anymore, which I haven't, but I have so many of them that I really need to use them up. And I'm hoping, I'm hoping that Laura Mercier hears this. Now the thing about it is, I love the products. I love her foundation. I loved the foundation before this foundation. It was one of my favorites. But again, I get upset. And I'm like, why am I spending my money on people that don't feel that we're worthy of a sale? Because this even happens a lot with foundations in the drugstore. And I know I said this before. You'll see, especially on Amazon and Walmart, you'll see the deeper shades regular price and you'll see the lighter shades on sale. And I'd be like, I'm confused. Why aren't all the shades on sale? Why is it just the lighter shades on sale? So stuff like that, it makes me upset. And the thing about it is, like, sometimes people might say it's petty, but it's really not, because if you have a particular product on sale, unless you are getting rid of it, right? Like, say the whole line is going out of business and those are the shades that you have left and you put them on sale, then I'm like, okay, I can understand that. But when you have a full capacity of shades and you just choose to put the ones you want on sale, like, I don't like that. The skin looks gorgeous. Everything is looking very smooth. I'm gonna go into my lower lash line and just smoke it out. I'm using the two shades, Flash Over and Feather. I feel like it's not dark enough. I'm going into these two shades right here. Flash Over and Peep. Yeah, that's better. It just gave it like a little bit of smokiness. And we're gonna take a pencil, which is my favorite. This one is NYX. And this is not like a full face of NYX, but I like this for my waterline. This one is in Quartz Queen. It's one of the NYX Vivid Rich Mechanical Liners. It just gives a nice amount of brightness, but it's not too bright. That's what I like about it. I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is the Chestnut, and just set the rest of my face with it. What I like about that powder from Laura Mercier, if you guys noticed, it just blended right into the skin. It didn't sit on top of the skin. It just blended right on the skin, which is wonderful. So far, I'm liking the skin. I think it looks very pretty. I'm just gonna go under this eye with this lighter color again before we set. So I'm gonna spray the face with this LYS Natural Finish Skin Loyalty Setting Spray. And as you guys can see, my brows are off. Like, I have to fix them. So that Anastasia gel did nothing. I like this setting spray. It's a very nice, easy mist. I was loving this when it first came out. Like, I bought 3 bottles, then I started using other stuff. I'm gonna use this Dior bronzer. This is the Dior Forever Natural Bronzer in the shade 06 Deep. And I'm gonna use this same brush that we used to put the cream bronzer on. What I like about this shade of bronzer is that it's actually a bronzer shade. It's not a contour color. It's a nice bronzy color. You can see the red in it, and you can see where it just adds a nice amount of depth to the look and brings some dimension back to the face. If you look at the difference in the cheeks before I put anything on this one. Yeah, so I really like this Dior bronzer. I want to say this is the darkest that it comes. Now, it would have been nice to see a shade a little bit deeper. Just a little bit deeper, in my opinion, because there are women and men that are deeper than me that love a bronzer. I remember when they used to say, you don't need a bronzer. You already have dark skin. And I was like, what? Like, that doesn't even make sense. We like to be bronze too. You like to be more than one-dimensional, because that's what it's about when you're wearing bronzer and contour. Just bringing the dimension back to your face once you blank it out from using a foundation. So some stuff that people say, it does not make sense at all, but you know, it is what it is. So I like bronzer. I do. I'm gonna take this brush right here. This is my A20 brush from Makeup by Ariel, and just define this nose contour a little bit more. Now, sometimes I like more of a contour on my nose than a bronzer, because I really like it to slim this nose out. And I used to think that I had the most perfect nose, and I still do, right? I love my nose. I just felt like I don't need to contour my nose until I started contouring it. And I just loved the way it added something to your face. Because you don't realize that your nose gets lost in your makeup. If you don't define it, it gets lost. So you don't even realize it. You're like, oh, I don't need to do that. But then once you start doing it, you realize that it does make a difference. And you can, you know, change up the shapes or whatever. I don't usually change up the shape like that, but sometimes I like to make it look a little more snatched, just a little more slimmed out and defined, but it's not really necessary. Oh my God, I had a bronzer that I needed to try. Let's put it on anyway. Okay guys, I forgot that I had a new bronzer. I forgot, we're gonna try it. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Buttermelt Bronzer in the shade Butter Than You. Okay guys, I am sitting here and I'm editing, and I'm noticing that parts of my video got cut off because my computer was too full. So I just want you to know that when my face changed from being more of a neutral bronze to more of a reddy bronze is when I tried the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer and the NYX blush. I do talk about them at the end of the video, but I didn't realize that it didn't film. So I just want you to know that when you see a difference in the way my makeup is looking and it becomes more of a reddish color, it is because of those two products. I didn't feel like going back in the room setting up my laptop and everything, so I'm filming it on my cell phone. It's late, it's after 12 o'clock and I'm still editing. I'm about to go to bed, but I wanted to finish this. So yeah guys, that's it. Just so when you see it, I'm probably gonna put this like in the middle of where it actually happens at, but yeah, that's what happens. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I may have to finish on my phone. I'm gonna use this Sephora lip liner. This is Molasses. This is a very deep brown. I love it. Hope I can finish this. Okay, so far the skin is looking very pretty. I'm gonna go into this shade called Peach Amber. Put this on my lips. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Velvet in the shade Peach Amber. I'm hoping that this doesn't cut off. See, my second video that I was gonna film is not gonna happen tonight. This smells nice. I don't know if that is supposed to be peach that it smells like, but it smells very nice. I think the skin looks pretty. What I would like is a deeper orangey blush. Maybe I'll go in a little bit deeper. I think the skin, it looks good, but I feel like we need a little more blush. So pretty. I like this lip. The lip is pretty. So I do have a new highlighter. I forgot that I ordered this one. This one is by Revolution. It is called Diamond Glow. It's just like the other two that I love from Makeup Revolution, just a different shade. So let's hope. I think the skin looks very orangey. That NYX Buttermelt Bronzer, it made everything look really, really orangey red. I don't know that I love that. I'm really pushing it with this camera. I don't know what's going on with it. But this is the Beam Bright Silk Touch highlighter in the shade Diamond Glow. So let's see. I think that's so pretty. Now it can get more beaming than this. I don't know if we want to go that route. That is so pretty. Okay, I love that. I do. It's so pretty. It's not too much. I love a white highlighter. My favorite is the Fenty Diamond, I think it's called Diamond Milk highlighter. It's like a cream formula. It's my favorite. I always have one laying around because I have more than one. And I just think it's so gorgeous. Even though it's a white highlighter, it's just beautiful. I have another white one too by, I love this, by House Labs. This just woke everything up. I love it. And what I like about this shade is that it's not super white. It's white, but it's not too beaming. That's what I mean. It's white, but it's not beaming like that. So it looks beautiful on the skin. It just brightens everything up some, which I love. Yeah, I like that. So nice. I'm gonna take this and just tap this in some. This is a dry sponge. I didn't wet it, but I just wanna, I love that. I think that looks pretty. I'm not gonna spray again with the LYS setting spray. I'm gonna use this one. This is the Revolution Superfix Super Hold Misting Spray. It's an ultra matte finish with aloe and vitamin E. I just want to see what kind of finish this gives to the skin. Before I spray, I think I want to do like a little inner corner highlight with this shade. I just love this shade. So pretty. Do we like this color on the lips? Okay, let me spray this. Oh wow. Okay. I don't like this spray. It's so wet that it'll drip down your face. So I'm definitely going to hold my head back. I really had high hopes for it. I thought it would be similar to Morphe. I love the Morphe Continuous Mist setting spray, but this one is like super drenching. It doesn't have a happy, it doesn't have a happy sprayer. Like, it doesn't make you feel comfortable using it. It feels like it will drip all your makeup down your face. See how it's dripping? I don't like a setting spray that does that, because that means that you're gonna make the makeup drip too. I don't like that. I don't like that, because it already disrupted my makeup. I don't like it at all. I'm looking here. It messed up my makeup there and over here. Okay, let me just try to do something with this hair, and I'm gonna be right back to go over everything that we used and give you my thoughts on this full face of makeup. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit more of this on my lips. The reason why I pulled this out is because they came out with more shades of this. I wanted to remind you guys of this product. Is this product something that you guys love? Would you be interested in trying the newer shades? This is one of Sephora brand's most popular liners. Lip liners, Molasses. It's sold out a lot. When it goes on sale, it's one of the first ones to go. So to me, I'm not really super happy with the highlighter once the setting spray went on it. It kind of gave an ashy look to the skin. We have the golden one right here. This one is called Golden Gal, and this one is called Diamond Glow. We're gonna put Golden Gal on and see if it does anything for what we had going on, because it made it super, yeah, we just want to warm it up a little bit. And I like the white, but I just feel like with all the warmth that we had going on our face, I feel like it just really, I guess we're gonna stick with what we have going on, guys. Hopefully this is a full enough look for you. I'm gonna fix my brows and fix my hair, and then I'll be back to go over this makeup. I'm gonna use this Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Cream in the shade Hot Toddy as our gloss. So I like the way that the highlighter did brighten up the face some. I like the mixture of both highlighters together. I can't even get this gloss out. This is the Buxom Pout something. It's definitely tingling. I feel that. It's not coming out. Alright, I'm going to use this nude gloss by Anastasia. I'm going to put this one on. It's called Guava. I want to say this was part of the... Every year they come out with a duo, a lip gloss duo. And I think that this was part of that. Guava and something else. I don't know why I couldn't get that Buxom to come out. It wasn't showing up like that. And I didn't really want to rub it on the lips too much and then discolor my lip wand. Okay guys, this is our finished look. I hope you like it. I'm going to go over everything quickly and tell you my thoughts on these products. I'm going to start with this primer. I think the primer did really, really well. My problem area is my cheeks and my nose. Any of you that have been here before know that. If you haven't been here before, I have textured oily skin, and my cheek area is where it really shows up. The more products that I put on my cheeks, if I don't have the right primer on, you can tell. So this looks really good. The skin looks good. The highlighter is showing up nice. It didn't accentuate the pores. The pores are there. Sometimes you can see them more than other times, but right now they look good. Yeah, right now they look good. Okay, so that was the primer. Then we used the sample that I had of the One Size Turn Up the Base Full Beat foundation. I used it in the color 35 NG, which is neutral golden. Please guys, let me know what you think of these foundations. I didn't take them off my neck, so they all blended in really nicely. I know the neutral one is over here. Then we had the 35 and then we had the 45. So I guess looking from right here, it looks like I could see this one, the neutral. And I could see the 45. I think I like the 45. I'll tell you guys. And I'll pin it in the comment section because I want to be able to see it from the computer and look at it and really see what it looks like. So I do like all three shades. They all do something different, but I think that middle shade blended in better than anything to me. You guys let me know what you think. I used these two Laura Mercier Ultra Blur powders, and I think they look very good. They smoothed out the skin. Everything looks nicely blended. My hyperpigmentation is not covered up as good as it could be. I know that foundation is more full coverage than what it looks like down there. I don't know what was going on tonight, but maybe I just didn't have enough on the brush. But yeah. So I love those powders. I didn't think I was gonna like them when I first tried them. I didn't like them. I used this Rare Beauty True to Myself powders to set my under eyes and to bring everything back to one. I used two shades, Almond and Chestnut. This is Almond, which I used to set my under eyes with. And Chestnut is around here somewhere on this desk. I started out with the desk organized today, guys, and I don't know what happened. So I used both of those, and I really like these powders. They're really, really nice to set the under eyes. The under eyes look nice and smooth. I think that everything looks pretty good. I might as well talk about this highlighter now because it's really doing something to me. The highlighter really woke up the face. It brought some life to the face. It was looking really, really dull, and I think that's because our eyes were very subtle. The highlighter woke things up. I use the Diamond Glow and I use the Golden Gal, and I love both of them. I think they're both very pretty. Let me talk about this eyeshadow palette because I know that I said that I think that you guys should get this palette, and I think that if you are the type of person that loves an understated eye look like this, I think is very pretty, very everyday. I could wear this eye like every day with a different color in the center. This was nice. I think the palette is a nice palette. If you're a person that loves a more muted, a more demure kind of eye look, then this is the palette for you. If you are somebody that loves a bam in your face palette, I have plenty of those, and I'll be doing some more fall looks. This is not that palette. This is the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette. It's a nice palette, and I'm going to keep it because I asked for a Natasha Denona nude palette for deeper skin tones, and I think that's what she gave us. I think that it's nicely subtle. It's very much the same palette as the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, but just warmer tones that look nice on deeper skin tones, and she probably could go a little bit deeper, but I like this. I think it's nice, so I'm going to stick with this palette. I'm going to keep using it. I'm going to stick with it. I love the toppers more than anything. This is a palette that I would use along with other palettes because I love the shimmers so much. And I could always use something else. And I know I always say that I'm not going to, I feel like I don't have to buy a palette to add on to it. Sometimes you do. I like the palette. I'm going to keep it because I like it for certain looks. If I was going to work every day, I would definitely be using that palette because I think it's very nice for every day. You could do so much with a lot of colors, and you don't necessarily have to mix and match. You can do one and done. You can. I'm going to show you a few more looks with it because I like the palette. I tried this bronzer. I think it's alright. This is the NYX Butter Melt Bronzer in the shade Butter Than You. I think it's very purpley red. It's very red. It definitely brought some bronze to the skin. If you want a true bronzer for a deeper skin tone, this is definitely a bronzer. It is. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting it to be so purpley red, but it stands out and it does what it's supposed to do, which is bronze the skin, so I can't be mad at it. I just can't. I use the Buttermelt blush in the shade Head Butter. I love the packaging. I think the packaging is really nice. These retail for $10, and I want to say I got them on sale. They were like buy 2 get 1 free or something like that. I like it. I like the design. I like the pigmentation. I think the shade is very, very pretty. I love an orange blush on my skin tone. It's not as pigmented as I thought it was. It doesn't seem to be super pigmented. It's like a little bit ashy, but you could make this work. Like, I think it looks beautiful on the skin the way that we have it on today. I'm not complaining about it at all. It's just not what I expected. I use this Parchment Lip Velvet from Anastasia. I think it's nice. I think the color is pretty, very fall-like. I don't know that I would buy any more of these. I looked at them in the store, I want to say yesterday. I wasn't impressed with the new shades. I think that the 2 shades that I have, and I think I actually have 3, I don't know where the other one is, was good enough. I use this LYS cream bronzer. I love it. It just gives enough definition. It blends out like a dream, and I was very happy with it. I use this Dior Forever Natural Bronze in 08. I think I said 06 earlier. 08. 08 Dior Forever Bronze. Deep bronze. I like it. Very nice. It was very subtle. The skin was looking very, very subtle, very understated. And then I added that NYX bronzer, and it brought me back to life. I like it. I like both of them. I don't necessarily need both of them on my face, but I have both of them on today, and I think that the skin looks nice. The more products we can use, the better when I'm testing out a primer, because I get to see how everything reacts to my skin, and I think that it looks beautiful. The skin looks nice. Everything's set down nice. The skin feels smooth. It looks almost poreless. Everything is beautiful, guys. I use the one size concealers. I have 2 shades. Everything that I use today will be linked and listed below, guys. In case you want to shop the links, I do get a little bit of commission, and every cent that I make, and I'm grateful for everything, will always go back into the channel until I start making some real money, and then I can be like, oh, I have a real job. But yeah, I use this Essence Call Me Queen Dramatic False Lash Effect. I think it's nice. I don't think it did anything special. I probably should have put some of this on my lashes, but I don't usually like to put mascara on my false lashes. I probably should do that to blend in what we have going on, because these thin lashes like this don't usually blend into my own lashes. I didn't put a lot. I don't even know if you could tell that I put any, but I did. And I did do 2 different eye looks, just so you could see a variation of what you could do with that palette. Use this LYS setting spray. It's the Natural Finish Setting Spray Skin Loyalty. I love this setting spray. I think it's really nice. It doesn't give a lived-in finish. It gives a very matte finish, which I love the matteness of it, but I don't like matte skin. Like, I needed to have a little bit of life to it, so that's why I added this right here. This Makeup Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. I don't like this at all. It's not that I don't like the finish, because the finish is nice. Like, it brought some life to the face. What I don't like is the mister. I didn't like the way it came out. Maybe I have to be a little more gentle with it. I don't know, but I want to say that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you, my precious jewels. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I did use this Anastasia Guava lip gloss. just in case you guys want to know. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, my precious jewels, for watching. I love you guys. If you have been to this channel before and you have not subscribed and you made it this far, I hope that you will subscribe. Please guys, give this video a thumbs up. The more thumbs up that I get, the more YouTube knows that you guys like the content that I'm putting out, and they'll push my video out to more people and our channel will grow more. So please help me grow, guys. I love doing this. Like, I really love doing YouTube, and I love you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you like this makeup. Have you guys tried any of these products, and what are your thoughts on them? And I was gonna film a second video tonight, and I think I'm not. I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. That's it. Love you guys. Okay. I'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna leave like a playlist or a video on the screen that you guys can click on so you can continue to watch and enjoy. And I'll see you in the next video. It's right here, right on the screen, right? Maybe over here? Yeah, one of these sides. Okay guys, love you. I have one quick thing to say. I forgot to talk about this Anastasia Brow Freeze Styling Wax. It's horrible. It didn't do anything for me. Only thing that it did do is give a little sheen to the brows, and it did push them up a little bit. It didn't make them stay in place because I had to go over it again. I don't recommend this. I love the Brow Freeze gel. It's really good, but this right here, no comparison. So I have a brand new one and I'm very upset about it because there's nothing I can do with it. So that's it. I just want to add that. Okay.